Hi everyone, it's Tina here today. Today I want to show you another way to use the Condensed Uppercase Alpha Dies from Kat Scrappiness. I've shown how to do an eclipse card, and there's also the traditional way of just die cutting it and putting it on your card just like that. So today I'm going to show you another fun and easy way to use them. I have two card examples. So I did Happy Father's Day using the Dad's Tools. It's a new stamp set for me. So it's Dad with the panel, and it's only die cut most of it, but it goes into the panel. So that's what I'm going to show you today. And then I also did Mom, Happy Mother's Day. And again, I did this the same way, the same technique. And I used the Wonky Wavy Stitch rectangle dies for this one. And for this one, I had used the double stitch rectangle dies. Today I'm going to do a different example because it's my son's birthday, so I figured I might as well do a card for him using his name. So sit right back and we'll get started. So for this first step, we need to do our card base, and it's going to be trimmed to 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And we're going to fold it in half, and with the bone folder, lock in that crease. So for the background of my card, I want to use this pattern paper, and I'm going to be die cutting it with the double stitch rectangle dies. So I took the largest one. I'm going to adhere some painter's tape because I want a precise place to die cut, and I'll be right back. So here is my background with the stitches. I don't know if you can see that up close, but I really love this die. So I've removed the release sheet from the double-sided tape, and now I'm going to adhere the panel to the front of the card. And now it's time to do the alphas. So I thought for this example, I'm going to use the cardstock stack, the foiled. I thought that would be super fun to have it in his name. My son's name is Alex, and so I'm going to be doing it in his name. And so what I've done is I've almost 3/4 of an inch, I've aligned his name, and I put painter's tape because you do want this to hold securely when you're die cutting it. Okay, so this part is very important. You have to take your plates for your die cutting machine. You have to have the dies come out a little bit. This will allow the word to be attached to the panel. So if you use the dots that are on the die cut, the dies, that's a good safe distance you need to have it hanging off of the plate. So when you feed this, it's going to hang off, and you're going to pass it through your die cutting machine, and this plate, because it's there, it's going to prevent it from cutting these parts. So I'm going to die cut it, and I'll be right back. Passed it through the die cut machine, and now I'm going to release the tape. So as you can see, everything is still hanging on because of the bottom piece. So I'm going to show you now what to do. You're going to take a ruler, and you're going to take an X-Acto blade, and you're going to cut out those pieces. Okay, so now I'm going to cut off the negative pieces that I don't want, and I'm going to be very careful. So I'm going to the edge and to the letter. So you don't want to cut the letter, the alpha, but you want to cut what's in between. So everywhere there's a space, you're going to cut. And there you go. You have Alex on the panel, and now I can adhere this to the card. Now the thing is that there's also a fun element that you can do with this. You can make a pop-up card, so you can have the panel and then have the letters standing up. So that could be like a fun element. So when the card opens, you have the word Alex that goes up. So now it's time to adhere it to the card base, and you're going to want to use foam tape. So I'm going to adhere it to the card. So I added the foam tape to the back, and I was very generous with it. You don't really have to, but because it's going by mail, I wanted to make sure my son gets it intact. So it's time now to adhere it to the front of the card, and I'm going to align it with the pattern paper, and there you go. I'm happy I did it with the foil. It actually really looks nice. So I did forget a step before I adhered the Alex to the card. I forgot to heat emboss Happy Birthday, and I didn't want to put an extra piece, which could have solved the issue, but I'm going to stamp it. I would recommend that you did this before you adhered it to the card. So I'm going to ink up my Happy Birthday sentiment from the Dad's Tools stamp set, and I'm going to carefully heat emboss. I'm going to just do it one more time. And I did pass my anti-static powder tool over it first because I don't want the embossing powder to stick all over the place. And that's great. It's not too bad. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to clean off all the excess. So I'm going to do this off camera, heat emboss it, and then I'm going to come back and show you the result. So I'm happy that it worked out because I could have ruined the whole panel. But again, I don't advise you to heat emboss after you attach it to the card. Do it before. So here is the results of this card. And again, here are my other examples. All product can be found at Kat Scrappiness, except for the pattern paper. This one I did do with Distress Oxides, and you can get that at Kat Scrappiness. Right now she has a phenomenal sale going on, 20% off everything. So just use NSD 2018 in the checkout. And if it's after May 8, you can order using Tina 10 at checkout to get 10% off. So I want to wish you all a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon.